Welcome to Jacksonville, Alabama, a hidden gem a few miles from the border of Georgia and home to the Gamecocks of Jacksonville State, where these fans are fired up for this showdown about to play out on Burgess Snow Field. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Air Force Falcons, taking on another team from the ACC, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Falcons will boot it away to start the game. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. Using his legs at Stewart. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, it's Huff. Bought a little time, lets it go. Picked off. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Air Force. What a great play by the defensive, paying it off with the interception return.
And that is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick 6 early and put yourself in a hole. Not good.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
That makes the score Air Force 7, Jacksonville State.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Back to throw, it's Huff. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Pressure coming. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback will audible. On second down, he'll let it fly. He's got him this time. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Gamecocks heading quickly to the line.
First and goal, Jacksonville State.
They'll go to the air. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He'll start the return inside his spot. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. A first down for the offense. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. It's been a great way for the service academies to stay relevant in major college football by having prolific ground game.
Yeah, then those ground games are a pain in everybody's you-know-what. I mean, they drive you nuts, the triple option, because so much discipline. I mean, they're so good at running what they do. They don't do a lot, but they're going to hit you right in the mouth and run the football.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
The give to the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Man, oh man, the ball carrier is just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? You got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And the Falcons will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at 23. On first down, here comes this offense. To the air, it's Huff. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. He's looking to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
You know, that really speaks to the identity of this defense, guys. They take pride in big hits and clean tackles, but they are going to let you know they're there. And they're going to let you know for 60 minutes. I love this run defense because of the way they play the game.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes a grab enough for the first. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down and run. At midfield, he's got room. This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a 1st down for his team. The Gamecocks are flying down the field.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. At the 35, he's open. A gargantuan play by this offense, and the defense reeling as we come to the end of the 1st quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. Nebraska is ahead early in Lincoln, but that's not exactly Mike Rozier out there running the ball. This game is a long way from over. They're up by 10 over Michigan State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Scanning the field, it's Hayes. He makes the connection. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to...
Got enough space, and he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons.
Number 21.
Man, what a nice touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. And he's coming out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
Take over. 1st and 10.
Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Coming after it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Huff. Throws to the tight end. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Got a man. It's Harris. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Moving away from pressure.
And that's why these quarterbacks are just so hard to defend. It's a pass play. He drops back, 1st down. Got to play the whole field up, scrambles around, runs for a 1st down. New set of downs, new set of problems.
The Falcons are on the move. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the 1st half. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Hayes. Throws for the tight end. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. Here comes the field goal unit. And this one is anything but routine. A 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Buying some time. Going to try to get it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The analytics nerds say the goal was at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He's got his man. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. And the Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. Trying to find his man on first down. Got the quick pass. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Flushed out of the pocket. Hauls it in. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding a hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him working away, nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Arizona State is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Sun Devil Stadium, but despite the forks up right now, this one is tight. They're up by 10 over the Red Hawks of Miami. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
He's going to let one go back to the middle. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
Plenty of time as he fires it to the right. And it's caught inside the 25. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Air Force. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump starts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high scoring game after high scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll call for the fair catch here. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking for a man, it's Huff. They're bringing heat. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gamecocks will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Took a shot as he threw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On second down, wants to throw it. Quarterback adapting. And this sophomore quarterback just put it out there a little too far.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, I know this offense came out here in the second half hoping to build on their one-possession lead, but after that incompletion, I think the smart thing is to just kick it away here and let your defense play and try to get it back to you without giving up any points.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on 0. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. They take the lead with the 6.
This offense is high octane, boy, and you just saw it. Not a lot of time needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
And he makes the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. The give to the back. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
Brings up second down.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quick completion to the right. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
He's going for a big play downfield. And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted.
It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
28.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Buys a little time. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And the Gamecocks in the hurry-up.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time, able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain. The Gamecocks have their offense in high gear. Going up top on first down. Buys a little extra time. A strike downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10.
First down for the offense.
Yankee Blue! Yankee Blue!
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
15-yard line. Second down coming up.
Line getting set on second down. Dropping back, it's Huff. Throws to the wideout. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss.
32.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for the big return there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 28. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
On second down, just keeps firing. Looking to scramble. That's caught. It's Latham. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Hey, if you're the defensive coordinator, you might want to start thinking about spying this QB, because of his speed and athleticism. He just shows you how he can hurt you getting out on the perimeter and then throwing. If you've got somebody athletic that can go sideline to sideline, that might be a good move moving forward.
He's got him wide open. Nothing but green ahead. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13.
Brings up 2nd down.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down.
2-9 Philly.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Air Force.
Touchdown.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Florida is just boat racing them right now, thanks to an offense that's putting up video game numbers. They're up 14 over Alabama. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. Both of these teams working over this scoreboard so far, Jesse.
And I think for the offense on the field now, they can't worry about the other offense. Obviously, they've both been having success. You just got to focus on yourself, keep executing, because you've been lighting up the scoreboard.
And defensively, heck, you might as well be aggressive. All you got to do is get one turnover, get the ball back to your offense, because your offense has been great all day long.
With the catch, it's Stewart. Turns it on in midfield. A big, explosive play by this offense, and if you want to control the 4th quarter, might as well go in with momentum like that.
Jacksonville State, 35.
First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback checking off. Takes the handoff. It's Stewart. Can't get him to the ground. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry up. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Caught near the sideline, it's Stewart. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go. And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the 1st down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Looking to the big tight end. On target to the left. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the 1st and goal.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. He caught it. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. The back goes in motion. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Fires into traffic, picked off. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Quarterback on the keeper. At midfield, he's got room. Smashes through. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
It's easy when you got a QB like this. Just make the right reads and go chew up yards. Not only can he make the right reads, he can make people miss. He can make even bigger plays than this, but just chews up 20-plus yards in a hurry.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
They're staring down the defense and this crowd on this huge 3rd and 4. The give to the left side. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a 1-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. The clock and the scoreboard on their side as they come to the line, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 1 more yard on this 2nd down might just put an exclamation point on this one. Quarterback wedging it in there on the quarterback sneak. Ball's out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. And that one play just changes the entire perspective on this game. If you finish that drive, go up 2 scores, you might be able to solve this thing away. Instead, we've got a game.
No doubt about it. Let's give this defense a lot of credit because playing with their backs against the wall, in that situation, they knew someone was going to have to step up and make a play. Creating that takeaway now, giving the football back to their offense, trailing but with a chance to win. Man, it does not get better than that for that defense.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. And now on 2nd down for this offense. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Card in the backfield, it's Stewart. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And running east-west at this point is not going to help you win this game. You're down by a possession, a 2-minute situation. You got to catch it and get north, get the 1st down to stop the clock, or you got to catch it and make sure that you're somewhere close to out of bounds if you're going to try to go laterally. But that wasn't it right there.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Got a man, it's Spector. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll throw it on 1st down. Getting some heat. He's going to run it. This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a 1st down. The clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Looking to throw, it's Huff. They're trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Precision execution there to work the sidelines, pick up the first down, and stop the clock.
Yeah, great job by the offense. You got to understand the situation. The clock is the enemy late in the ball game. Got to have a score, like you said, Reese. Work the outer part of the field so I can catch the football and get out of bounds.
They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the first down. Now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves.
This defense came into the game knowing they could not give up explosive plays. The secondary is going to have to do a better job in coverage, and now they've got their backs up against the wall in their own red zone.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field. They just didn't have it there.
In 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Quarterback strolling away from heat. The offense coughs it up. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Man, you talk about all the excitement, emotion. You're about to go take the lead in this ball game, and then you fumble and turn the football over, and now you need help. Now I need my defense to go out and somehow get me this football back after squandering that opportunity.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Turns it loose. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives them the ball at the 29-yard line.
You talk about coming up big in a big moment. Nice job by this defense. You had to make something happen. You had to get the football back so you could give your offense a chance to win this game for you. Nice job by the defense.
First down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the tight end. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And now I'm just saying one more stop. Come on, guys. We know they're passing the football. We know they got to get to the end zone for them to beat us. We are not going to let that happen.
Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
One of the things you have to be impressed about this defense is that they've got guys in the back end who can cover, man-to-man or zone. That last one gets swatted away. They're in a situation where they're expecting pass. You know this is going to be a tight window to throw into if you're the quarterback here.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Huff. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. It's incomplete, and the last chance is just out of reach, and that's going to do it. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They've dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the park each and every week. And that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.